There we go. We got it now. Probably ruin the whole video for anybody jumping on for the first time. I'm sure you guys can hear me now. Can I get some love in the comments if you guys could hear me now? Thanks for letting me know. I restarted my soundboard. What I was saying is, welcome back to the show. This is your Mile to Mile Mountain Mosey with Sean, Mr. Murphy, where I take you through every new stinking home, the good, the great, the ugly, to be hitting the Foothills market. We're talking about the areas just west of the greater Denver metro area. We're talking about Evergreen. We're talking about Conifer, Bailey, Blackhawk, Kittredge, Morrison, Idledale, Indian Hills, Idaho Springs, all the areas you love. And we go from the least expensive to the most expensive. And we do this every Saturday. Every Saturday, unless maybe the 250th anniversary of these United States of America lands on Saturday. I didn't expect many of you to be on there with me, anyways, and I was like, you know what, we're just gonna sit this one out. But we got a good list this week, as what typically happens beginning of the month, right after a holiday too. A lot of sellers will hold back to list their properties, and so they dump them on this week. So we got a good list of we got a quagmire of homes. And Quagmire's in Family Guy. We got 69 giggity. And if you don't know that reference, you need to get a little bit updated on your I don't even know what the word would be. Your hot media. What were the I don't know, TV shows? Family Guy, great show. Anyways, we're gonna get into it. Practicing my lip reading. Yeah, it's actually hard because half my lip is it's funny you say that, because when I'm bumping into people that are hard of hearing or deaf completely, and I see them trying to read my lips, I have paralysis on this side, and I see them look down and they're like, uh-oh, this is advanced level. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time here. But yeah, good to be on here with you guys. We got a good list, like I said. And every Saturday, 8 a.m., we'll be walking through. So as you guys jumping on, say what's up. Let me know where you're watching from. I mean, we've had international, we've had United Kingdom, we've had South Africa. A lot of you guys are from the South because you're sit down there in Missouri. Well, Missouri's not very south. Sit down there in Texas, Missouri, Georgia, Florida, and you're like, yo, it's hot, sticky. There's all these bugs, and I want to get away. And I'm here. I am here to save you. You said, I need a hero. I'm your boy, Sean Murphy. So hit me up. Do me a favor. Hit that like button on the video. I appreciate you appreciating me. And let's get on into it with the list. Again, a list of 69. Typically, I could crank out 2.5 hours ish. I could typically crank out 50 homes or so. We got 69. So I'm going to go a little bit quick through the bottom of the list, and then we will slow down a little bit through the properties that I think a lot of you guys are looking at. Those that they're like 550 to 850 range, and then based on the top homes, we'll sometimes skip a couple, go to the bangers. But top of the list this week, not that high. Sometimes we get one that's up like 5 million, 6 million. Top of the list this week is 2.799. But we're gonna start at the bottom here. So if you guys don't know, sometimes I show up 8 o'clock, sometimes I show up 8:22. And so if you want to make sure that you get notified when I do go live, make sure you hit that bell notification on Rumble or YouTube, wherever you guys are watching. You'll be notified when your boy is on. But bottom of the list this week is 109 Wolf Road. It's a 1-bedroom, half bath, 320 square footer. Looks like Harris Park. Let's see if I'm right. Looks like Harris Park. Looks like it's back in there. Yep, Harris Park back in there. So you are, you're about 15, 20 minutes, closer to 20 minutes to get back out to 2D5 back in Bailey. This property on the built in 1955, sitting on 7,800 plus square feet. of property. And it looks like we got a little bit of um some fascia board needs some love, exterior love. Yeah, it looks like we might have had a leak at some point, but there ain't much to it. Yeah, you can see probably some water damage around the framing there. Looks like they had a compost toilet of some sort. They do have electric, but with the compost toilet, it typically means unless that was a bidet. That looks like no, that's a compost toilet. So likely you have to go cash only or seller financing. Typically, um, conventional financing won't work on that. But $105,000 can't beat that. Won't be able to beat that, especially this week. Next up, we're going over to 7823 County Road 43 over in Bailey. 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 622 square feet. Built in 1958, and it's 11,300 plus square foot lot. Back in down the same road, not quite all the way back there in Harris Park. So you're right off of Deer Creek Road. And the last one of the last turns, you got a little circle roundabout thing. See all the mailboxes on the right side, properties on the other side of the creek there. So kind of a nice spot, more in the or the Western Valley, if you would call it, of that area. Nice touch here. I see the Generac. What do they got? A pre cool. Oh, I thought that was a generator. That's an air conditioner. They have an air conditioner. That's cool. Nice metal roof. I dig that. Cool. Nice big metal roof. What I say the square footage was on this one? 622. It looks bigger, doesn't it? It looks a little bit bigger. You got the pup. He's like probably just look at that. Just nice private driveway. Dog just standing guard. Creek access. Some big people, you guys love a creek. I dig it. Cool. Okay. All right. Bring your hard hat. Another one be hard to get conventional financing in, but you got a little loft too. All right. Bit bare bones. Again, it looks like you got some type of um probably have a well. Looks like some type of composting type toilet there. All right, looks like a project that was bailed on for 235,000. Can't shit in a pit. Well, you can, and if you ever go hiking, you can. I actually was on the gram this past week, and I was came across a reel about somebody falling in the like national park um pit toilets that they have out there, and he went in there to retrieve his sunglasses, and then the video went on to say that some people have died in those, which would be a terrible way to die, uh surrounded by shit. I'm surprised. I bet you it gets super hot in there, and depending on where you are and how much Starbucks people that are going to hike that they had, you might not get anybody in there to come find you and retrieve you. So people have died in those, which is a real shitty way to go. Boom, psh. Next up is 303 Virginia Road, Unit E. This is over in Bailey. It's a 2 bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, 1,053 square footer condo community, $350 monthly HOA. They said it includes uh, insurance, maintenance structure, snow removal, all that type of stuff. So typically, your insurance is a little bit less because you're only paying to insure the envelope, the inside of the house, and your personal goods inside there. We are right above Bailey. So just before you hit the little roundabout, not roundabout, the little curve there at the bottom of Bailey, bottom of Crow Hill there, uh, walkability, I'd say, to downtown Bailey. Go check out the Sasquatch Museum. Go check out that good wine place right on the corner there. Not a bad spot if you want the easy mountain living and being in Bailey. Here you go. Cool. It looks clean. Looks like a rent. Anytime I see all those games and not much else, I'm like, yeah, it's probably a short term rental, which would be a great place to have a short-term rental. Now, Bailey's prices are dropping a little bit, and what we've seen the past couple of years in Bailey, especially as the county has gotten a little bit more restrictive with the short-term rental permits, is less investor buyers out in this area. So maybe in more investor type listing properties because maybe they can't get the permit, maybe they don't want to deal with the county, whatever. A lot easier to do if you live in the property if it's just also your primary residence that you're renting out. But if it is a investment property, a little bit harder. So there you have. Looks like it has a nice garage as well. That's cool. 350,000 is the asking price. I think honestly, Kevin, I think you can shit anywhere if you have if you have to shit bad enough. It's like when my girlfriend is like, "Hey, I'm hungry." I'm like, "Oh, I have this food, in the fridge. We got these leftovers. We got this food." She's like, "I don't want any of that." I'm like, "Then you're not that hungry, because if you were that hungry, you would you'd be happy with this." 55 Deer Trail, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,376 square feet. Built in 1979, sitting on 3,400. I think that's probably close. What's an acre? What's an acre supposed to be? How many square feet are in an acre? I want to say it's like 46. 43. 43,000. So almost an acre with that. Not bad. Where are we sitting here? Deer Trail. So just off of 285, kind of the Homestead neighborhood there, which gives you easy access to the oh, this is no, it's not Homestead neighborhood. I lied. This is Berlin Ranchettes. So right across the road from the Loaf and Jug, couple minutes away. You see, this is what I'm saying. Bailey prices are going, not going down, but it's always been one of the lesser expensive mountain areas because as soon as you get about 35, 45 plus minutes away from the Front Range, prices drop. But nice Berlin Ranchettes area is a good little area. You got a $2 monthly HOA fee if you can handle that. Good little view there. Cool. Throw down some paint, throw down some carpet. Cabinets need some updating, but you get those rocks. Those could be your rocks. Nice sun exposure. Nice vaulted ceiling. That's looking good. Windows look like they've been updated. That's nice. Was there a dude living here? The dude that just lost the argument and he let his wife paint the room pink. Or he's very just inclusive and into that. Deck looks good. That's not Trex, but that's that type of composite type material. Does pretty well. Nothing beats Trex, but this would be, I'd say, the second tier. And other than that little bit of fascia that's missing there, a nice big garage. It's looking good. 515,000 is the asking price. We're jumping quickly into the 500s. At 520 over in Blackhawk, we have 208 Venus Road, 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom, 2,588 square feet. Open house tomorrow, 11 to 1. Got a 19,600 square foot lot. built in 1999. 1999 was a great year. It looks like we're at one of the no, not one of the lakes. Right across from looks like right across from Dory Lakes there. So on the west side, nice, fairly flat residential area, a bunch of dirt roads over on here, but really easy access to get back out to 119. You got those T-lock shingles, they don't even make those anymore. Yeah, they did pretty well. From I'm not quite sure why they stopped putting those shingles in. Because from what I've seen, they lasted a long time and they held up great in high wind area. So nice big open floor plan, hardwood floors. It's giving a little bit of 90s vibe with that trim. Easy stuff to change out. The stains on the carpet. The house has been lived in. It's been loved in. It's ready to be loved by someone new. Would that be you? You like these rhymes today? I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. All right, there you have it. I gotta check my ring doorbell here. Dog is losing its mind. Make sure it's somebody just walking by, not standing at my door. Yeah, we're good. Next up, we're staying in Blackhawk. 356 Aspen Circle. Yeah, this looks cute. I like it. I like the metal roof. Looks like they got some nice deck. It's wood deck. Looks good though. Exterior looks like it's been painted. 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 796 square feet. Couple outbuildings too, looks like, unless that's the neighbor's property, which would be kind of close. 33,000 square foot lot, so little more than 3/4 of an acre. And so we're back off of Beaver Creek Road, which is kind of the gap between, not Gap Road, but it's the gap, the thoroughfare to go from uh 119 over to Coal Creek Canyon, get you down the hill to Wonderview, through Wonderview to kind of north, like Wheat Ridge, North Golden area. So you are living that mountain life up here. Cool. Looks real well maintained. I like the different woods and stones. I think they did a good job for set under 800 square feet. I think that's solid. Boob light, nice. They didn't put a bed cover on there. No bed cover. That's camouflage, chick. That was terrible. Where's the bed? Where's the bed? Right? Ah, yucks. I'm here for the yucks and the lulls. All right, railing looks good. Deck looks good, even though it's wood. Looks like it's in good solid shape. You'll get the deer, you'll get the moose, you'll get all kinds of stuff over there. Do have a house. The neighbor looks like they're pretty close there, but a couple of nice outbuildings. Looks like an outdoor rec type setup, and if those kids are getting bigger, that's probably the reason for having to sell. Nice, nice usable acreage. Yeah, looks like you got a few neighbors. These guys look like they might have kids too. So if you got some kiddos, maybe a small family looking to get into the hills, here you go. Uh, 525,000 is the asking price. 27083 Pine Drive. This is a 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom. a 1,253 square feet. The one bathroom on a three bedroom. It's always call that out. It's always a little harder. Built in 1924. My house was built in 1924. Uh, 18,200 square foot lot. Okay, so we're just right down Marshdale area of Evergreen. So for Evergreen, being an Evergreen, and this location is not bad. Not a bad price on this. Cool. Oh, the old Perseverance inspirational poster. Okay. What do you guys think? I don't think the location is bad. I think three bedroom, one bathroom. I guess maybe if you only have two people in there, a small family, one of the rooms was an office, it's not that bad, but still just the one bedroom or one bathroom is always tough. Looks like that little loft. Looks like this is the office. Looks like this might be the loft upstairs. Nope. I lied. All right. That is a nice big loft, separate second living space. Cool. The virtual staging. I like the flagstone pavers. A little dome. Great yoga spot. Great camping spot. There you go. 537,000. Cool place. For short people, well, I'm 5'9". I'm a tall 5'9". So things like that don't bother me. We got to be inclusive, okay? To all those short kings out there. 26274 Cornelius Street. Three bedroom, one and a half bathroom, 1,888 square feet. Over in Conifer, we are sitting on 1.1 acre. Home was built in 1969. Giggity. Looks like we're in Aspen Park. Yeah, so back behind Aspen Park. Oh, okay. Well, then you're in it, Christian. Good to see you on here, Christian. Good to have you. I mean, that mustache in your photo though makes you look like you're 6'5". You know what I'm saying? That mustache draws power, for sure. It's a nice little residential area right behind Aspen Park. It it's chill. I mean, it's nice and quiet back there. Get a bunch of deer and everything like that. So if you want the easy commute, and having access to, really that's the meeting area for not back in there, but that strip right behind Aspen Park. It's kind of like the hang. It's cool to have the little parade and everything like that for Conifer. So there you are. You're in the thick of it. Cool. It doesn't look like a garage. It looks like a big maybe it's a garage for a car. Looks like a big shed. But then you got the carport. That's the cutest little fan. Cool. The basement doesn't feel too basementy. I think that's the basement. And maybe it's just a little step down into this side room here. I don't see any vents in this room though. That's what I was kind of looking through the pictures. I don't see any vents. This does look like an add-on anyways, but I don't know if they're using, I mean, that is a That is a pellet stove, and those are good. You don't have to continually feed them. Fill up the hopper. You could set the temperature. So maybe that's what they're using. I don't see any vents in these back rooms. Something your boy always notices heating sources, because sometimes the regular part of the house might be forced air, and then you get the add-on which doesn't have a like a crawl space or anything to run ductwork through. So sometimes those add-ons will have electric heat when the rest of the house has forced air. Cool. Nice usable acreage. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, let's move on. 550 is what they're asking. 356 Gold Road. This is a nice 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,344 square foot home. Open house today, 11 to 1. 1.29 acres over in Blackhawk. This home was built in 1958. Not far off of 119 here. Pretty close to Rollinsville, though. Probably about 15 minutes to get back over to Blackhawk area. You're probably doing most of your shopping over in Netherland, but there's a couple small things you could pick up uh over in Rollinsville area. They have a little brewery, a little coffee shop. Nice little town. 2-car attached garage. I like that. I do like that curb appeal. That retaining wall. I think the photo to get would have been maybe a little bit lower to catch that good retaining wall. They did some good work on that. Let's get the retaining wall. Let's start off with the shot that I think they probably should have taken. Oh, nice big unfinished. But we're gonna take this one in reverse. Gosh, this dog's going crazy. Baby dog sitting today. Dog Luca's trying to be my. You know what? He's barking. This dog is barking. There's one crazy person in my town here, and I really don't. I don't keep the dog from barking at that guy too much because I'm like, you know what? We're gonna keep that guy away. So, dog was barking at him. He was yelling at the dog. E- uh, was it equal combat or agreed to combat or whatever it is? Mutual combat. That's what they were saying, and I guess the Chicago police department was using that to kind of diminish their uh, gun violence because they weren't saying it was like crimes or anything like that. They were saying it was mutual combat. Like, okay, all right, this one looks good though. Nice, clean. I like the moss rock fireplace. Cool, looks good. I like it. Luca, you keeping that bad guy away? Keeping him away. I heard the little tussle out there. All right, there you go. That's Gold Road. What are they asking for on this bad boy or girl? Could be a girl. Looks like a boy. 575. But we don't know what it identifies as. Let's keep it going. End Road, 26277 South End Road. The reason they call it End Road is because, yeah, good boy. Yeah. Um, Normally I give him a shit, but there's just that one guy. I'm like, yeah, like that guy can cross the street when he walks by. Um, keep the crazy away from this house here. Uh, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,820 square feet. End Road. There you go. It's end the. I guess you get Grateful Way. That's a little bit higher. But so this is Kittredge. I did a video on my YouTube channel 2 months ago on Kittredge. If you're interested in that, uh, real close to Evergreen. So interesting that things on the top here on the north side. This is still considered Evergreen because Evergreen is right just down the road there, about like 6 to 8 minutes. So good location in that regard. The thing that I don't love, I'll typically, if you're kind of looking at like 500 to 650 range, I'll take you over here to check out Kittredge just to see it. It's not a good fit for a lot of people. Some of these homes at these like lower levels, I don't love them because uh terrain is tight. You don't have much of a driveway. Um, with the end road here, this you'll have everybody kind of coming around the corner to get out for the most part. But um, I guess their headlights will be faced away from the house, so that'd be a plus. Let's check it out. Let me stop yapping, start clicking. Cool. I like it. Little deck on top of the roof there. I've seen people do things with these little um plank things, almost like the thing, not quite the type of like just pattern you would snap in on a like a gym floor or something like that. They're made of wood. They have a little bit of clearance so water can still come through because it does look like it's the roof to the lower level or the garage. I'm guessing, unless they just don't want to get that death drip, but you could do that, something like that. It's not too aesthetically pleasing to the eye with the way that they have it now, but there's things to do. Things to do. There's always something to do. People ask me, "Hey, can I do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, you could do that. You can do anything if you throw enough money at it." This one's looking good, looking solid. Looks like they had some type of wood burner or something in there that they took out. That's what's going on there. You saw that. There's a fireplace or wood burner pellet stove or something here. Probably a wood burner. Cool, lots of storage. All right, there you go. Yeah, so maybe that was the deck, and so they maybe put that. It looked like rolled roofing that they put on there. But maybe they're just trying to keep it from damaging the boards. I actually don't know how well that stuff works if you do it in that way. I'm guessing some type of humidity might be able to get under there, so I'm not sure if that's gonna really help rotting or deterioration or anything like that. But I'd say for this area, it looks like you do have a nice little pull off there, somewhat usable acreage, and not bad. Not bad for over in Kittredge. 599 is the asking price. 297 Circle Drive. This is cute. I like the aesthetic. I like the vibe. Moss rock fireplace. This is 3 bedroom. Oh, one bath. Hate the one bath. 3 bedroom, one bath, 1,069 giggity square feet. At what age will I stop saying giggity when I see 69? I'm 42 right now. It should be over with, but I don't know. I think I'm funny. 15,246 square feet. And I think we're getting into some of the prices for you guys here. Let's check it out. I love the colors. The colors, the wood, the paint, the rock, the tile here. I'm digging it. What year was this built? Let me the year and the area. So open house 11 to 1. I'm getting ahead of myself. Built in 1966. Okay. So we're in Pine Valley, which is uh kind of connects to Soda Creek over here. Soda Creek is like a really sought after area over here. And but it's not quite Echo Hills, so this is all once you hit this area here, you're going pretty steep up the hill there to get to the top. Pine Valley, I think it's a nice, cute area, and it's pretty easy to shoot out. A little bit roads are a little bit narrow, and I think over here you might get a little bit of dirt roads, but I like it. You feel like you're out there, and it might actually. I think Circle Drive. I think it might be. There's like two ways to come in, and you might want to go. There's like an option, one way that you prefer over the other. Yeah, it looks paved. Looks good at the end of it too. Ooh, new feature. Property lines like that. I dig that. That's cool. All right. All right. We got a new feature on the channel. Thank you to homes.com. Yeah, classy. Classy and sophisticated. And those are some blowers up top. They get those little rocks in there, so that'll push out the heat nicely. What up, GGB? Well, one, let's sorry, Christian officially say good morning to you. Good morning to Christian and Allie repping TXS. And we got GGB. She is our in-house Bailey expert, repping the ranchettes. If you have questions about Bailey, I know a decent amount, but I'm not in it. I'm not in these streets like GGB. So you got questions on Bailey. She's your girl. Good to have you on, GG. Zebra. The zebra used to be my spirit animal. I probably told you guys before, but love the zebra. And the reason was is like a zebra can't hide who he is. A zebra is a zebra. Zebra can't act like he's a different type of animal. You know it. That's a zebra. Easiest thing to spot in the world. And I liked this animal as my spirit animal until I saw just all those nature is metal on Instagram of just like all the zebras are basically just like very large snacks for alligators and everything. So, you know, I like them, but I'm just like, gosh, I don't want to be that persona, just the bait. What's your guys' spirit? Well, let's do a little getting to know you, a little icebreaker like they do. What would be your guys' spirit animal? I mean, the most overplayed I'd say is probably like the lion. All guys want to be a lion and hard not to, you know, like the lion, called king of the jungle, doesn't live in the jungle. A sea turtle. All right, this is fun. 615,000 is what we're asking. A sea turtle. Why a sea turtle? Oh, look at this. Kings Valley property with the view. Look at that rock wall. If you put a metal roof on this thing is very fire resistant. And you should put some uh solar on this too. But look at this. A lizard. Because you're cold blooded. Is that why? They're awesome, peaceful, and long lived. Yeah, they are peaceful. I was just gonna say they're just like zooming through there. Honey badger, classic, classic. The honey badger don't care. Is that how it went? Honey badgers don't care. Honey badgers are badasses. Um, honey badger is a good pick. Why a lizard? Who else we got on here? Rob, you on here? Rob, what's your spirit animal, sir? We got I haven't seen Jared and Mel check in yet. So okay, all right. Like with rock foundation stuff like that, you just want to do tuck pointing on it, and that's just kind of filling in the creases because um that mortar will start to flake a little bit, and th- like the deck already, it looks one thing. You get a rock stone house, so it's not going anywhere. But looks like this deck is just saying deferred maintenance. This flashing here, deferred maintenance. This window looks all the windows look old as shit, but Kings Valley property, super cute. And then yeah, there's this fascia needs work. So based on the fascia, because a lot of people do like you'll get new fascia when you get the actually it doesn't even look like it has drip edge on it. So I'm guessing the roof is probably older too. Kings Valley, though, let me give you the full thing on this. Kings Valley, if you're not familiar, it is just south of southwest of Aspen Park, and this one's kind of closer to the top. So we'll check out the elevation on this one. I'm gonna guess it's 9,000 feet. Um, maybe yeah, 9,000, 8,900 feet. But what I like about it is it's a little couple switchbacky areas. You don't have a lot of usable acreage, but you have amazing, incredible south facing views. Lizards are chill. Kevin, Kevin, Teresa likes this house. Buy it. Throw it on the visa. Yeah, and the view. Like you look, see, there's your acreage. You're on a hill. Garage driveways sometimes are a little bit weird. Cool. I don't know if I'd have white carpet in the mountains. The mountains are dusty. Perfect Amazon drop off. Yeah, drone location. Oh, I told you I was gonna take the. Let's see, what's my elevation? 11793 Braun Way. Another fun thing I like to do on the channel here. 1111793. The altitude or elevation matters. Would I say 89, 9,000? 9,100. If this was the showcase showdown, I'd be damn close. Lizards are chill. You know, anytime I go to a house, I see a lizard or a girl with a snake. My girlfriend has a snake tattoo on her arm. She also has like a black widow on her elbow. And she's like a sweet, sweet girl. I'm like, why you have a black elbow? Oh, and she's like the little like red thing on the elbow on the black widows in the shape of Ohio. I'm like, I mean, it's cute, but also you have a snake and um a black widow on your elbow on your arm. I mean, that's should be a red flag. It should be a red flag for me. But also like lizards, you know, nothing lizards aren't as bad as people with birds. If any of you guys have birds, it's like let them go. And if you have a bird in a cage, like that's like taking a that's like taking a greyhound and like tying its legs together. Just like the bird. They don't want to be in that cage. And my neighbor has a bird that's like 55 years old. They've had it since they're little. And he just like squawks. Sounds like they have a little kid held up in their house. And like, I'm just like, let the thing die. I just joked to my girlfriend. I'm like, he's just like, kill me. Just poor bird in a cage. You have a lizard tat? Okay. Okay. Which lizard? What lizards do you guys? I know you guys have lizards down in Texas. All right, this is interesting bathroom here. I guess that's nice doing makeup and stuff. There's no mirror, but get all the light put on your makeup. Yeah, I know exactly. That bird will outlive him, against its will. I'm digging it. All these rock outcroppings. I have to write this one down real quick. I have a client that I think this would be a good fit for. Better buy it before I sell it, guys. Alan, if you guys are on here, I think that's a good fit for you guys. Look at that. Dope. All right, we spent enough time on this. I'm never going to get through this full list with you guys. And if you guys want to, if you haven't been on here before, if you go to my website, moxiepropertygroup.com, you can check out all the homes in all their glory. And so, and actually I'll do this too. I'll go through the list in the chat here for you guys. So if you'd like, if there's a home that you definitely want me to dive into, or if there is a different home, maybe something that's been sitting on the market that you're interested in, that you want me to kind of give my perspective on. Not real estate advice unless you're, we have an agreement that I'm representing you. I'm going to technically say that, but I can give you just, some high level opinion here. Dory Lakes over in Blackhawk. We're on a 914 South Dory Lakes Drive. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2,576 square feet. Open house tomorrow, 1 to 3. Sitting on 1.54 acres, built in 1978. I might drop Blackhawk. I don't ever get you guys reaching out for Blackhawk. But Dory Lakes is cool. If I like this Dory Lakes, I like Missouri Lakes. Nice little community. They got the park. They got ponds that you have access to. The high school is right across the street there. Easy in, easy out, easy to get to 119. Built in 1978. Nice metal roof. I'm just going backwards. Deck looks like you could use some love. Yeah, deck is probably gonna get a couple things called out on the deck. I like to see little beefier posts. Those look like 4x4s. Cool. Yeah, a lot of good aspen trees and the views. Check it. Siding looks like they painted everything though recently. All right. It's a lot of wood, but put some furniture in there. It's gonna soften. There you go. Soften everything up. Who else we got? We got Rick and Jackie on here. Haven't heard from you guys today. Who else are the regulars on here? And I saw Rob on here earlier. Rob was asking for, like I told you guys all the time, it's really worth your while. Staging, painting, getting the home turnkey. The properties that aren't turnkey are the ones that are sitting on the market. So it always sucks when you move and then you have to do updates to the property. But if you want to sell, I highly recommend, like these guys put down new carpet, paint the exterior. You got to get the houses looking good in this market or you're going to be sitting. But Rob is in the process of, yeah, Jared and Mel. Yeah, I said their names earlier. Where's Jared and Mel? Repping Kittredge over there. I'll start outlining the property too when I do the location there for you guys. 630,000 what they're asking for this Blackhawk property. 541 Beaver Trail over in Bailey. Don't use iPhone photos. That is, yeah, do not. If you have, the good thing is a lot of the bad agents, because the market has gotten tougher, a lot of the bad agents are leaving the market. So I have felt that I'm typically working with more pros, but every now and then you get those iPhone photos. Over in Bailey, this looks like the Ranchettes to me. 541 Beaver Trail. Gigi, you might want to chime in. Tell us what you know if this is the Ranchettes. 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom, 2,124 square feet. That's good metrics there. Just under, right around 3/4 acre there. Built in 1999. You are in the Ranchettes area here. Boom. Not too far in, too. So real easy in, easy out. Go over to the Loaf and Jug. Take yourself down to Bailey. Over to uh Crossroads. Get yourself some brisket. Watch the game with the boys. Cool. Nice 2-car garage. Nice flat usable acreage. Very okay. Very close to park and easy to get in. Don't dox yourself though, GG. Okay, everyone here loves you, but the internet is a weird place. I try very hard to not let people know where I live. But you will have the great famous GGB as a close neighbor. Cool, nice big open floor plan here. Nice moss rock. I'm nowhere. Okay, I'm nowhere near. There you go. That's the spirit. She's heard of it. This is us. Ah, there's that bear, the quintessential bear photo. What a great spot for the dog to hang. Backyard burger spot. Ill you, brother. I saw something. It was like, if you like, you go to propose to your girl and she says, "Hell yeah, brother." I'm like, that's a green flag to me. That's funny. Hell yeah, brother. I would love that. Nice big garage with the pool table. Boom. A nice little hang. Okay. Those little mini bikes look fun too. Yeah, this is good hang. Good vibes in this house. Feeling it. Nice flat usable acreage. Good stuff. 632,000. I like it. I like it. Okay. I don't know why we would go with that resolution on that front photo. You know what they're trying to do. It's like they're trying to do something. They didn't quite get it. I would not do that. Um, but all right, let's go. We got 715. Speaking of mocking house, mocking the house, Mockingbird Trail. Hey, yo. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2,240 square feet, sitting on 1.6 acres, built in 1997. Property lines. Let's get that property line going. Boom. There you have it. So Mockingbird Trail. Looks like we're back in the ranchette still. Yeah, back end. So this is further back, probably 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes to get out of there. You could jump over to 72 here, get you out pretty quick. Maybe a little bit less. It's always like, okay, are you right by one of the main corridors, which this one kind of is, or you like way over here? Could take you just 5 minutes to get back out, just to the main road there. I like the property line feature there. Cool. Nice flat driveway. I mean, it's a driveway to plow, but great privacy. What's doxing even mean? What's that word mean? I think it's DOX, right? What's dox mean? Somebody could look that up for me. We'll all get better. We'll all learn something today. A little sauna, little gas fireplace there. Documentation. So obvious. Oh, is it like but it's not DOCS, right? They're just I thought they used DOX. Deck needs some work. That deck is rough. Looks like Splinter City. Looks like Master Splinter lives there. Nice 2-car garage though. I dig it. Good spread. That's a good spread right there. 639,000 is the asking price. 10212 Dowdle Drive. Now you guys tell me what my beef is with this listing price. I got beef with that listing price, but this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,936 square foot home. Yeah, yeah, I understood that it was like basically telling people where they live so you can harass them. Um, yeah, I understood what the definition meant. I just didn't know what the acronym, if it was an acronym. I guess it's just an abbreviation. 2.21 acres, built in 1978. There you go. I love the feature, basically up to the other house there. Cool. Where are we? Oh, we're back in it though. Did I say this was Bailey? Oh, Golden. So it's technically Golden. Golden goes from the Front Range up into the foothills. So this is living that canyon life here. Coal Creek Canyon looks like it's going to be your closest place to get to. Yeah, you are in the middle of it though, so you got a lot of national park around you, which is cool. Fashionable English, yeah. Deck looks rough. It looks good from far, but far from good. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but okay, it's kind of tight. The giant fireplace kind of tight. Okay. It looks like it's been lived in, loved in. Yeah, could use some updates. Looks a little tired. The house looks a little tired. That's a sweet room though. Way to completely redeem yourself. This room looks good. Deck doesn't look bad actually. It's the where it looks like it's the wear. It's just you got some of the stain starting to flake a little bit, but this all looks like it's been stained and it's holding up okay. This primary's dope though. Siding looks like it could use some love though. A lot of unique spaces. All right, I think it's cool. Chill. It's just in the middle of it's out there. Problem I have with that price, $649,999. Anybody that has their home search set to 650,000 is not going to see that. Just make the price 650,000. Like this guy's. Good job, Tracy Murray. 30282 Spruce Road over in Evergreen. 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,413 square feet. That probably means they're going to be small rooms. That's 4 bedrooms in a 1,400 square foot house and 3 bathrooms. It's smaller rooms. I bet you it's the 1960s home. 1952. 10,000 square foot lot. Oh yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. Sorry, I did see your comment. It came up late. You're absolutely right. Yeah, you guys, my YouTube peeps, and you guys are my YouTube peeps, but my main channel peeps, you guys always seem to know a little bit more. You're more educated, and I love that for me. So where we Hiawatha State, so the El Pinal area, so easy access, easy to get in and out of Evergreen there. So great location. Property lines are small over here. That's the thing. You do feel like your neighbors are pretty close because they are. There you go. You're kind of clustered in there. But Evergreen's dope, and that's a great spot for it. Easy to get to all the activities. Oh, fun little slide. Good job, parents. Nice stack rock fireplace. That's a big room. Some of these houses, though, like before like 1970s, I'd say before 1970s, nobody really cared or seemed to care about the primary bedroom. That's a weird insert. I've never seen an insert like that. Wow, I guess YouTube peeps are not as smart. I don't get what you said. I just gave you flowers. It's good though. Yeah, see the bedrooms aren't very big. I not hate, but I don't like having a bedroom with a door right there. I don't even like motels for the same reason. Give me a hotel, give me a hallway. All right? I don't want somebody to be able to basically kick in the door right there. Not that I have haters like that, but uh I don't want to. I don't want to give them that access to me. Yeah, Christian, I said you're smart. Now you're acting stupid, Christian. Don't don't act dumb. Why are you so defensive, Christian? All right, look at the bathroom. It needs, look a little bit of love here. See, these bedrooms are small. And like I said, but cute house, cute location. Needs a little bit of love, but I think it's got a lot of good components. And based on just like the frame of the house, I see a lot of these people. You probably don't need four bedrooms, three baths. Open up one of those bedrooms, put in a primary with an ensuite bathroom, and you would have more buyers for this property. Cool. Sheesh, Christian. 650. Allie, can we get Allie on here? Allie, can you give Christian a big hug and smooch for us this morning? 6744 Marshmary. That's a fun name. Marshmary Lane, two bedroom, one bathroom, 1,012 square feet. Marshmere. I'm guessing this might be by the lake. Look how stinking cute this is, though. 1,000 square feet. Siding. This is tough siding. It looks like a big fire hazard for me. 19 originally built in 1940 by a World War I veteran. Storybook Mountain Retreat. I bet you it's right by the lake, that little area just south. Nope, I'm wrong. Okay, so kind of the Marshdale area, right between Turkey Creek and Evergreen. You're right, kind of in the middle of Evergreen and Conifer, closer to Evergreen, but that good location. I like it. But look how stinking cute this house is. I would have bought this if I was maybe. Let me see. Yeah, I would have. This is my style. I like this stuff. Oh, thanks. I like this group too. The YouTube channel, I never get to really like. I talk to people, I meet people, I never really talk to them or get to know them till they reach out to me, and then I meet them on a recon trip. Um, but yeah, this is fun, and I think we got a solid group of shit talkers, and then there's GGB reminding me to be nice to myself and other people because I was talking to doing my quarterly reviews with my half year reviews with the agents on my team, and we talked about like it's good to have a little bit of a drill sergeant in you, maybe more of as a guy than a girl, but have that person that shit talks you, that tells you you need to be more than what you're doing and you're screwing up. That's a good person to have to look at in the mirror. You need to look deep into your own eyes and tell yourself that you can be better than what you are, but also being happy with the progress that you've made. So it's like, are you happy? Yes. Are you content? No. But my best friends talk so much shit on me, and I'm like, look, there's nothing you can say to me that I haven't said like way worse things to myself. So bring it. Cool. This house is cute. Yeah, the smaller bedrooms, 1940s house. Siding looks like a giant fire hazard. Look at that. The siding is it's like cute in the fact that it's rustic, but it's not functional really. What a cute little cabin. Let me look at that property line too. Okay, a little bit of privacy there. Not bad. How far are you from 73? Hey, yeah, you're back in there. I like it. I like it a lot. 660,000. That's about it. This is about as far as we go. Woodpile store, yeah, basically. All right, going over to staying in Evergreen. We get an open house today, 12 to 2. Already a 45K price drop. They've been on the market for 2 days now. Don't know what's up with that. Maybe sometimes you have a, typically what I do is I'll meet with somebody. Almost passed out from that stretch. I'll meet with somebody and I'll say, hey, we're looking at like 790, right? Or 690 for maybe this one. They probably had what 45,000 would be 150 and 720 if I did that right. 25, yeah, 720. So they came in, maybe had the buyer listing appointment, said, hey, thinking 720. And then what I always like to do is say, hey, like if it's going to take you a month and a half to get the home like prepped and ready and photos before we go live, right before I go live, I want to look at the pricing again. I want to look at our competition, what house we're going to be competing with, and then we might tweak this based on what we're seeing in the market because the market's always moving. So maybe that's what they saw here. It's just they looked at the competition and they said we need to drop. 29 Spruce Drive, 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom, 2,154 square feet. Built in 1977, sitting on 1.08 acres. I'm back in Witter Gulch area. How far? So you're kind of up the hill a little bit. So we'll do what's my elevation here. So this is a very quiet part of Witter Gulch. Once you hit these switchbacks, you're climbing. So maybe I'm gonna say like 78 7,800 square feet of elevation. Not square feet, but feet of elevation here. But you're gonna be coming down into stagecoaches. That's gonna be your quickest way out. If it's like crazy traffic or you just want to do some fun outdoor stuff, just go north. Echo Mountain is right here for skiing. Fun little hill. No property lines on this one, but right about there, I guess. What's my elevation? 29 Spruce Drive. Antonio. Blue Spruce. Blue Spruce. $82. Allie's minimum, she wants to be above 8,000. Or that's her max. I think you're saying that's her max. Yeah. Yeah, stone home with metal roof is the way to go. Um or even that Hardy board. I think that Hardy board is super fire. She wants to be above 8,000. Yeah. For me, it's really I want to be below. I'm like 65 to 8,000 is good. Once you get above 8,000, 8,000 not bad. Really, it's like above 9,000 where you really start to feel the difference. But you got to go high elevation to get the view sometimes. Big old bay window, best bay window of the day so far. Get your big booty bay over there. Cool. Okay. Charming. I'm not a big fan of tile counters. I actually don't mind these ones. It's like the little Spanish tile counters that I'm a big fan of. I just feel like it's always like cleaning stuff out of that grout. But those ones don't bother me. Nice office right there. Nice size primary. That looks like a king size bed in there. I dig it. Yeah. Yep. 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 Cool. All right. Looks good. Hot tub. Check. Check. Very quiet back. Ooh, trees are very close. Trees are very close. Cuts them down. Insurance is gonna have a problem with this one. I could tell. If they do that satellite photo right there, they see all those trees. That's gonna be a real problem. And everyone's like, people ask me, it's like, does the county, care if I cut down trees? No, the county wants you to cut down trees. These ones are way too close here. Way too close, especially if it's overhanging your roof. Um, Roof is just basically a whole bunch of oil. So no, that's not great. 675, but if you're having a hard time getting insurance, any buyer is going to probably have a hard time getting insurance, so they're probably going to work with you. 30205 Aspen Lane in Evergreen, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,520 square feet. I've done a couple deals with Valley Crockett. Doesn't she seem like the sweetest gal? Just she looks like just a sweet gal. I don't remember I don't remember the transactions that much. Just like this guy Ryan Serhant on $1 million listing. He said he could remember every address that he's ever closed. Hell no, I can't remember stuff like that. But I remember vibes, right? I remember vibes. And then I remember the house that you started talking about, but Valley Crockett, good vibes. 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,520 square feet. Open house Saturday, noon to 3. Built in 1984. Great year to be born. 5,227 square foot lot. Okay. What neighborhood are we in here? North Evergreen. No map? What's happening? What's happening? All right, so you're right off El Pinal type area again over here. So easy in, easy out, good location. Not that's also not very large lot. That deck, look at those deck posts. I mean, they all look secure, but siding could use some love. Is this a duplex? No, it says single family home. It looks now. This is a duplex though, because you get this wall right here. Eh, like a crazy door of the neighbor. It looks like the Charlotte Hornets. Okay, but it's cute. Big old bay window. Nice updated interior. Cute. They modernized it. Nice gas fireplace. You're not too sure if they need to put a railing on there. The inspector is going to probably ask for a rail. Even though you have this here, the inspector is going to want a railing, which is easy fix. But Looks like maybe somebody remodeled this sucker here. Yeah, looks like a flip. The tile is way too clean. All right, so moving ready, and typically, if you have something that's remodeled and you find some issues with it, they have a contractor available to come tighten it up. Cool. I love those mirrors. Cool. All right, 675,000 is what they're asking. 3979 Ponderosa Lane. A lot of Highwan, a lot of North Evergreen. Highwan Hills. One of my favorite Highwan neighborhoods. I'm not a big Highwan golf course area. I think those homes are a little cookie cutter. I mean, they're nice and they're definitely like some of you guys were gonna love Highwan, and I get it. But for me, I just like something with a little bit of character and charm. And Highwan Hills, the location and the homes, they're just cooler. If you ask me, and you didn't, but that's not really what we do here. I just talk at you. But four bedroom, five bathroom, 3,214 square feet, and it's typically like 1960s homes over here. 1973, 26,000 square foot lot. And again, yeah, High One Hills typically get a little bit more land. And then you got great access to the lake right here. This one is real close to 74. So you are going to hear traffic, and this is the main corridor to the lake. You're right on it. You're right on it. It sucks. Sucks. I mean, it's fine, but you're right on it. So that's gonna lose you some buyers for show. That stinks. I mean, but hey, but you get a discount. I'm sure they got a discount when they bought it. It's just not gonna get the same price per square foot as something a little bit further in. You can see the grocery store, the gas station across the way. But access, if you want great access, I mean, I'm over in Idaho Springs, and I don't even hear it until I try to hear it. I can hear the highway. Doesn't bother me. But double old oven. It's very sterile looking. Needs little updates. I like those chairs though. Those are fun. It's like bar chairs. Those look so comfortable. Those look super comfortable. Cool. Not as much character and charm as I had hoped, but yeah, again, great location. That'd be hard. I hope there's a different door in there. That's gonna be hard to get furniture. Yeah, they got a different door down there. Okay. It's like, how do you get furniture around that corner? All right. Looks like they did some right here on the flooring. Looks like they did some editing to that. Might be all busted up or something. Anyways, it's cute bones. I think it needs some character. They are cool. Who are cool? Oh, those chairs. Yeah. Yeah, we're all digging the chairs. Cool. 679,000 is the asking price. What a fun name. 54 Zaza. Zaza Lane. Who doesn't want to live on Zaza? Three bedroom, two bathroom, 1,824 square feet. Open house today, 1 to 4. Zaza. Upper Bear Creek. Great neighborhood. Built 1990, sitting on 1.3 acres. That's good for Upper Bear Creek. Zaza, where you at? How far up? I thought it said Upper Bear Creek. I mean, kinda. You're pretty far back in there. You probably actually don't even go that up this way that much. You're probably going Upper Bear Creek. You're probably, I'm gonna say, 20 minutes to get out to the lake, just because it's windy, 15 to 30 miles an hour through here. Your quickest route is going to be jumping on Stagecoach. which means you're probably Clear Creek. Yeah, you're Clear Creek County back in here, so taxes should be a little bit less. Well, they are a little bit less. I guess the property line feature is temperamental, but it looks good. Hotel Zaza. What's Zaza? Isn't that a slang for something? Zaza. No, oh, do they have the concrete counters? Oh, they do. So I have concrete counters. I hardly ever see concrete counters. Uh, my house has concrete counters. I'm like, what is this? Like concrete counters. I freaking love them. I mean, probably my favorite. Just do anything on concrete counters. That Marlin is super out of place. That was like if his wife is like, can we take down the GD Marlin? He's like, it stays. High end hotel. Okay. And I feel like Zaza, isn't that like a drug, a street drug? Pull it up over here. Let's run away. Nice. Okay. That's where you get shredded like lettuce and cabbage. It's a nice bed. I mean, if I was a teenager, that was my bedroom. I was always in, like my basement. So I'm the youngest. I have two older sisters, a single mom, and so me and three women, if you can't tell. Uh I was always like the shittiest room in the house was mine. And in high school, my walking into my room never could have girls over. Um and my basement looked like the Blair Witch Project basement. Deck rough, rough deck. The siding, that drip edge, so roof might be a little bit newer. The drip edge looks good. Nice, and foundation looks solid. But okay, Zaza. Zaza is slang for high quality cannabis. Term comes from the exotic, shortened to Za or Zaza, or high end hotel. There you go. All right, Zaza is going for 689. We're never gonna get through this list, guys. I'm gonna have to start skipping a few homes. So if you guys see, so I'm gonna skip anything that might be Blackhawk or Central City. If you guys have anything that you really want to see, let me know because I got 45 more minutes till I got to get out of here for some showings. So let me know if anything really caught your eye. But this has been fun nonetheless. All right. 26292 Volster Street. And again, that the link to all the properties is in the chat. I'll put it here again for you guys. There you go. Volster, 4 bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, 2,600 square feet. Excuse me. It looks like you got some damn good views too. 1989 is the year it was built. Sitting on 1 acre even. Looks like we're back behind Aspen Park again. Yep. Nice. That's a good spread. Nice flat usable acreage. Cool. Nice pull through driveway there too. I like it. Big 2 car garage with the big bay door. Get your truck in there. Roof looks good. Siding looks good. Cute kitchen. Lots of counter space. flooring. I like that wood flooring. I don't know if that's it looks real to me based on this right here. It looks real. Cute windows. That that's some good virtual staging right there. It's always hard with a room like that too to kind of get the feel for it. That's cool. Well done. Big primary. You go outside? Hold on. I'm gonna let this dog outside real quick. Go outside. All right. Cool. That stairway to get to the basement. I mean, it looks like you can make it a walkout. Oh, this is the garage. This is the garage. Okay, so it's just storage up top there. All right, all right, that's better. I was like, geez, that's treacherous to bring it. So you should probably have a lot of storage up there, Christmas decorations, which is fine. At first, I was like, geez, nice flat acreage too. Good location, good acreage, good house. Looks good. I see you. 719,000 is what they're asking. I'm going up to this one today. I'm gonna check this one out. This is my one on my list here. Cute house up Soda Creek Road, 2668 Soda Creek Road. 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,995 square feet. Looks good. Metal roof. Siding looks like it's been recently painted. 2.15 pristine acres. It says built in 1998. So this is going to be you're going to be going past the now access over here. I think so you're veering off of Soda Creek. So you're going right past. So Idaho Springs is going to be your closest town, which is cool. I think you're busting off of here the dirt road, and I think it goes steep. It goes up, but and heavily wooded. Big sturdy timbers. I had a client too asking me kind of like, why is some of this like the gaps really big? Really just aesthetic. A lot of the older, like the real older homes, the original homesteads, you'll see like larger mortar gaps there. And that's because just the wood has shrunk. This is just aesthetic. It's a newer home. Cool kitchen. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I dig it. Looks very cluttered. They got a lot going on those counters. Yeah, like when you're getting your home ready too, just like let's take as much as we can off the counters to show the counter space. It looks like cabinet space looks a little limited, so they kept a bunch of stuff on there, but less is less is typically always more. Cool. Looks like Trex on the bottom. Looks dark. Yeah, a lot of nooks. A lot of nooks and crannies. They got so much furniture in here. Like this is kind of stealing from their stairway. They should have. You're moving. I always say you're moving to start packing up. Fill up the garage. Nobody gives a shit if your garage is packed to the brim. They get it. It's a garage. There's just so much furniture, but it's good. I mean, the house looks great. Excited to see it. Cool. Asking price 725,000. All right, you're on page one yet. Never gonna make it. Um, I'm gonna skip this one. Hilldale Pines. I'm gonna breeze through it. 29701 City View Drive. So this is the Hilldale Pines area, just south of 270, 285. Well, some of the roads over there could get a little switchbacky. 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2,476 square feet. 1990. Yeah, it's okay. If that looks fake to you, yeah, it's I mean it's the aesthetic. They went for that vibe, that older vibe on a newer house. So City View, this one's at the end of City View. It's called City View because you get a city view and sometimes a mountain view. And based on this one, it looks like there's a hill right here that's chopping away your city view. So you might have a more of a western view. And what's good about this one, so Hilldale Pines, you're coming in right off here. So you're right before the bend, which it is a little bit of a valley. So you're not going to have any view here because you got this hill behind you. You're kind of in a little canyon type vibe there. Then you have a park behind you. So I feel like you have all the property. So easy to get back out to Turkey Creek here. Oh yeah, I'm not going through this in depth. We'll scan through it. Solar up top. Nice big open floor plan. Deck looks fine. Yeah, right on the bend there. This is where it starts to get a little bit steep. So you're before all of that. Cool. Asking price 750. Bertha. Bertha Court. We'll go through this one quicker too. For Bertha Court, and you guys tell me to pause if you see anything that you really want to dive into. 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 2,383 square feet. Built in 1977. About an acre, 43,000 square feet. What do we say? 44,000 square feet was 1 acre. And not too far off of 285. Really easy to get down the hill here. Real easy to get over to Aspen Park. So you'll probably hear you will hear 285 in the distance here, but a lot of newer houses coming in over here too. You get like multi-million dollar properties like right over here by the highway. And I don't love it. You're too close to the highway for me, but whoa. That's selling. That's sweet. That looks brand new. Concrete looks brand new. Beams look brand new. Nice. Nice garage setup. Look at that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we're kind of on the same page. I like charm, I like character, I like older stuff. Some people don't. It's fine. Asking price 750. Over in Bailey for 5235 County Road 72. So this is probably the Ranchettes area. 8.64 acres. Big boy. 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom, 2,686 square feet. So I think Gigi said this is like the considered north end of do you still consider this the Ranchettes, or do you really consider just this area south of the creek there Ranchettes? What are they calling it? No HOA, so it's not in the ranchettes. But okay. Let's look at that property line. Yeah. Oh yeah. Big long driveway. Nice. You own the side of that mountain. Cool. It's cute. Big old kitchen. Big old bedroom. That's huge. That king size. It looks like a queen, but king size would still be swimming in there. Yeah, with $2 a month. It's really for you guys to have just like a couple events. But you have a small clubhouse over there that you could rent out, right? Um, but what are the type of community events that you guys have over there, DG? You have like the trunk or treat is typically a popular one. Nice metal roof too. Asking price 759,999. Open house tomorrow, 12 to 2. Wallace. 11156 Wallace Avenue. It looks like a failed on project here. 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 1,830 square feet, 1.26 acres, built in 2024. Well, it wasn't built, not done yet. Kind of end of the road there. What is your access? You might have an easement to get past this neighbor here. Sometimes too, what you'll see is like this neighbor had a whole bunch of acreage and they sold the back parcel. Ullman Park Road. So Ullman Park coming up Pleasant Park Road. It's about 8 minutes to get out to Ullman Park Road. So you're probably 12 minutes to get back to Aspen Park. So easy in, easy out. But this is a failed project. Big garage, big shop. So if you're looking for something, and it looks bigger than 1,830 30 square feet. So homes.com doesn't show unfinished basement square footage in theirs, which they should. But cool. 785,000. Small community, come meet your neighbor, events, wedding, graduations, birthdays. Cool. Yeah, it's a good neighborhood. 5191 Hatch Drive. This is a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,811 square footer. Look at this. I like this. A big, spacious floor plan in the heart of Evergreen, it says. So off of Buffalo Park Road. Yeah. So right by Three Sisters. So if you're into mountain biking and hiking and all that stuff, or you got a kiddo in school, the high school is, they could walk to high school from here. High school is right there. Makes a little bit of pain in the ass around like when school's getting out, but right off, I like off of Buffalo Park, so you're not getting all that traffic. And this is a nice little community back in here. So good, real good location. Elephant Butte up here. Where's Elephant Butte? Elephant Butte, one of my favorite hikes. I think that one's Elephant Butte. Yeah, Elephant Butte took a haircut with a fire a couple of years ago. Good. I like the location. The house looks well maintained. You can see the high school. Yeah, right there. Cool. I dig it. Nice flat usable acreage. Looks good. 799,000. Should have made it 800. It's okay. I'm not their agent. I'm not their agent. All right, we got 30 minutes to go. Probably, you know, 7 properties we could finish off here. Let's start picking and choosing. What do you say? We haven't done Indian Hills yet. Let's do an Indian Hills here. We got 22867 Pawnee Road. This is 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 1,865 square feet, 2.64 acres, like that. Built in 1920. She's old. And Indian Hills is Parmalee Gulch, so you're not too far up there from Mac Nation, mac and cheese place, and one of the best mountain dive bars. And not one of the best. It's a good mountain dive bar. It's not really my favorite, but it's a good mountain dive bar. Sitting Bull over there, good hiking and everything else like that around you. The horse property. That's a funky ceiling. Okay, we'll zoom through this one. The ceiling got me hooked. Interesting. Nice sunroom, great yoga spot. With the fans, I don't see any ventilation for heat, so it looks like it was a porch that was enclosed at one point. Cool. There you have it. That one is 799,000. Random Road, 606 Random Road with creek access over in Bailey. We got 3 bedroom, 4 bathroom, 3,356 square feet, 1.2 acres, built in 2009. So back in the Harris Park area, they might call this the Elk Meadow Highlands or whatever it's called. It says property has a homeowner's Elk Creek Highlands. That's what it's called. Nice. You'll get Moose back in here for sure. Dark. Looks like iPhone photos. We're rolling. We're keeping it trucking. We don't mess with the. There you go. There's your neighbors. All right. Well, they only had 14 photos, anyways. Phil Eisel with the marketing photos. 875,000 is the asking price. I'll check out this one. I'm curious of where this one is. I think this is right off of Evergreen Parkway there. But the end unit, I like this little privacy wall. What do we got? 3844 Whispering Sage Street. A 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2,808 square foot townhome. It looks like it says single family home. It's townhome. It's saying end unit. Who you fooling, Claire Day? Not me. Not me. Not us. 2023 is the year is built. Yeah, so you're right off of Evergreen Parkway here. Cool. I think you're up behind the. There's some like commercial offices and things here. I believe that's what. Oh, so this is up. These are the new townhomes up behind the. That's the Safeway over there. So right behind the Safeway, just right by kind of the Troutdale area, is just down. Troutdale is over here. So the newer townhomes up in there. And I see a lot of these going for like 900 something. So get a deal. Nice big double oven. Close close access to the lake. I brand new homes have no character to me. No ghost yet. I'm out. There you have it. You can check that out on my website. Oh, we got another one over on Hatch. Okay. That was the kind of the Buffalo Park Road one. This one looks fun. Let's go check this one out in Conifer. This is 31289 Florence Road over in Kings Valley. Lower part of Kings Valley, I'm guessing, because you get somewhat flat usable acreage there. So probably the bottom of the hill there. 5 bedroom, 3 bathroom, 1,742 square feet. 1972 is the year it was built. About a half an acre, a little over a half an acre over there. You're a decent ways up there in the corner. You might have somewhat of a view. They have community water over in here too. So it's one of the only areas in Conifer that you can have community water. Nice, kind of tucked in there. Nice little private drive. Deck looks older. I mean, just once you start to see the discoloration, it's just saying, hey, water's gotten to this. But you start looking at these brackets. Really, what you're looking for is any rotting at the ends there or twisting of the brackets. But it looks good. Gotten some water on it. Water and sun. Sun. Am I just tearing through Zins? I just looked down at my Zin can. It's pretty much empty. Like, ew, and a fly landed in my water of electrolytes. At least he's hydrated, but he dead. Cool. It looks cute. I want to see if they have a view. I mean, smaller rooms. What they say? 5 bedrooms and 1,700 square feet. They're gonna be smaller. It looks good. Nicely updated. Going buck wild in the bedroom. Hey yo. Looks like a kid's bedroom though, so don't. You're too young. It's cute though. Kiss me under the light. What would it say? Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. We got a little athlete here. I see all these awards for races and stuff like that. Back in my day, it was like only the top 15 spots got medals and stuff like that. That looks a lot of either this person's a stud or they did a lot of merit badges. Siding looks good. I'm guessing no big view. Yeah, no big view. 899,000 is what they're asking. I'm clicking on this one for the obvious view here. Shadow Mountain neighborhood. So the kind of the back end of Evergreen, still technically Conifer or Evergreen over here. This is 6773 Snowshoe Trail Unit 2. Don't know why it's Unit 2. 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom, 1,000 or 1,984 square feet. Yeah, 1.26 acres. Shadow Mountain, you typically get a little bit of acreage, just a little bit further away from Evergreen here. Oh, and Snowshoe Trail. You're at the back of this. So this is Maxwell Falls is right here, and then these properties you can see all the switchbacks getting back into it. So in the winter, a little bit tougher. Let's play the game. Let's see the elevation. I'm gonna guess 8,500. But you're gonna have good views. No. I said 80. Did I say 85? I think I said 85. Damn, that's I don't know why this makes me happy getting those, but nice truck stack. Uh nice truck stack, good views, nice big garage, tongue and roof, ceiling, nice kitchen. Honest marketing questions. Why the rejection on iPhone Android photos? I really don't get it. What is so different about professional? Um lighting, a lot of his lighting angles. I mean, if you get an iPhone photos, to me, you're paying me. There's three things that sell homes. This is a great question, actually, GG. Three things that sell homes: price, presentation, promotion. Now, price we agree on, right? Presentation, really, that's your part as a home seller is getting the home looking as good as possible for photos, and that's why we'll come through. My team, we offer because I think I know what looks good, but I like dated an interior designer before, and she just had great insight on, how to make things flow and how much stuff should be on counters and color schemes and things like that. So I like to get a staging consultation in there that's for free. Typically, they can utilize what you already have. But then the big thing, what I think my job is like the biggest part of my job is the promotion aspect of that. And the biggest part of that, now that you get the home looking good, is capturing the home in the best way possible, the best lighting, the best angles, everything like that. And agents, that's just not our forte. So on my team, we have uh, professionals that do not, that's all they do um, is actually, I'll show you our newest listing here. It just went live, but and it's not even just the photos, but the just the way that you show it. So we pay for all of our listings to be shown at the top of the searches, but drone photos, floor plans, the 3D walkthroughs, like stuff like this that you want to explore the property in depth. So this person, we got the staging in there. Um, it's just capturing everything better than just what an iPhone did, but also with your marketing packages, like getting the floor plans, getting the 3D home tours. What I want to do is give people the most realistic preview of what the property can look like. And for two reasons. One, maybe you have dogs, maybe you have kids. I don't want people booking showings to see your home if they know it's not going to be a good fit. So, uh, are we able to go outside in this one? Backyard. Yeah, see, even this like backyard. Um, so giving people the most realistic thing, it's like life is hard, having to drop things, especially with homes being on the market longer. I don't want people coming to your house to check it out if they know it's not going to be a good fit for them. So iPhone photos, I think, is just the absolute bare minimum. And unless you're paying that agent next to nothing, they owe you a better experience with photos and marketing. So that's why I always give. To me, it's unless they have an agreement that they're paying this agent next to nothing to market the house, uh, good photos should be the bare minimum expectation. So that's why I don't love the iPhone photos. I don't think, especially in this market, things are harder to sell. There's less buyers that can afford these homes. Um, it's like having a car with air conditioner. You just expect it. So that's why. And so I'm not really knocking the agent. Maybe the seller just wanted that super sweet discount and they didn't want to pay for an agent like me because I'm a full service provider. But I think in this market, that's really what we need. Let's look. What else we got here that looks dope? We'll look at Armadillo here, just because the rock outcroppings get me going. Looks like we got a good view. This one actually, I feel like this one's been on the market before. We'll dive in. So what do we got? 8354 Armadillo. I hope that answers your question. 8354 Armadillo Trail, 4 bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, 3,344 square feet, 5.29 acres in Evergreen Meadows. Nice. So this is there's like the Evergreen Meadows, like the lower part that's very meadowy and open. This is more into the foothills there, which I like that area. And 5.29 in Evergreen is good. You're not too far off of 73, but back in here, you're not going to hear it. So that's nice. And it's going to have a view. Look at that house up top there, too. That's sweet. Uh, nice high ceilings, 20-foot plus ceilings. Tongue and groove, moss rock fireplace with the view. That's why I like to look at the fireplace and see the view. Put the TV up there too. See the storms rolling in. This is facing west, which is nice. Big primary. Huge. What's that? Nordstrom changing room. There you go. Heated towel rack there. A little bit dated in some areas, but the spaces are great. Yeah, this is, and it's just like if this was 2020 to 22, iPhone photos, like nobody cares. Put that home in the market, put a for sale sign, you're gonna get 10 offers. We are not in that market anymore. Cool. All right, I like this. It's a charmer. Cool, lots of good storage, good garage. Deck looks a little bit aged. Solar up top. We could probably see if it looks like they took the photos during the fires. Cool. 995 is what they're asking for. Armadillo Trail. Oh, look at this fun little. I said I was gonna do Central City, but I gotta stop by this one here. Uh Alps Hill Road, 682 Alps Hill Road, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,745 square feet, sitting on 2 acre lot, built in 19 or 2017. Oh, so you're in Virginia Canyon Road. Interesting. So yeah, coming off of Central City Parkway, Virginia Canyon, to get some newer houses. Now that, oh no, this Virginia Canyon is the Wiley Road that takes you down to Virginia Canyon is Wiley Road that takes you right down to Idaho Springs. Fun road to drive in the summer. And then they have right here at this little this turn here. This is where they put the gondola, top of the gondola there. Not on the maps yet. Yeah, it is. So the gondola is actually coming right through here off of Santa Fe. Cool. I get the property line? No. But it's gonna be dirt road over there on that Virginia Canyon Road. So unique, very quiet back in there, great stargazing. Well, I definitely have so GDS, full service provider. Um, it just means I'm not a discount. There's some people that are like discount brokers that really just like, hey, we'll take photos, put a sign in the yard. For me, we're doing marketing materials. So when I market a home, I typically do a video tour of the property. I send out 100 postcards to 100 closest neighbors with the QR code so they could watch the video of it. A lot of people, if you love your area, you might have friends that want to move to the area. So 3D tours, drone photos, video, um, all the things, upgrades with the marketing. Some people will just take the photos, take the iPhone photos, put a sign in the yard, and that's their service that they provide. Um, but yeah, for like loans, especially if it's like a unique property that is maybe a summer cabin without without like well or septic, like a conventional loan won't work. And so I'll get lenders that can loan on that property and I'll put that in the private remarks. So if the agent that's representing the buyer doesn't know of a lender, I can connect them with the lender. Also, since my team is a Zillow preferred team, we're here in Colorado. We're actually piloting a new program for buyers. So uh, our loan, if you work with our team, you get $4,000 credit towards your loan closing costs, and you get a free appraisal. So that's benefits of working with our team and Zillow preferred. Being a Zillow preferred team, they only work with they won't work with like discount brokers. They want people that have high levels of service. Cool. This is nice. Problem. Oh, Jessica Anderson used to be on my team. Good agent. You see, she did a great job on her marketing. She gets it. Did she do floor plan? Floor plan is another big thing that no floor plan. That's okay. But some of these, if you get like smaller rooms, stuff like this, people really want to know what could I fit in there. Um, but yeah, you could tell Jessica did a good job staging, photography, stuff like that. A good job, Jessica. Proud of you, girl. She's really rocking Blackhawk in Central City. One of the agents, my problem on my team is I take newer agents, build them up. I have a background in training and development. I worked with Zillow and Trulia, training their sales reps. So love getting new agents, getting them up, building their business. Problem that I have is people get good fast, and then they hit that point. It's like, do I stay on the team or do I'm confident now? Do I go out and do it on my own? And Jessica did that. No hard feelings. She's solid. All right, I got a couple minutes here. Let's go to the top. I'll slowly scroll through these so you guys see what's out there. Oh, this Genesee one with the thing. Now this one was for sale last year. I really got excited about this observatory room, but then I saw like the access to get to it is not that cool. It's really like a submarine hull where like one person can fit in there. See, which is cool. It's kind of cool, but it's like you can't get like five people up there looking, having whiskey and looking at the stars. It's really like a one man show. Damn, this one looks good. I'm gonna do two more. I'm gonna do this one, and I always got to do the top one. So let's take a look at this one because that Frank Lloyd Wright inspired indoor outdoor flow. Maybe not too much on this one, but I love all the nature windows. So let's get into it. We got two to go here. 32042 Horseshoe Drive. This is a 4 bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, 4,067 square footer. Built in 1971, sitting on 4.8 acres. Cool. Back off of Buffalo Park Road. This is a beautiful drive back in here. A lot of great equestrian properties, very quiet. Nobody's coming back here unless they live back here. Um, yeah, and this one's tucked in the foothills there. So Buffalo Park Road is over here to the left. And so as you're driving through Buffalo Park and take this left, you see all these awesome houses on the hill, and this be one of them. Type of house you could just walk around naked. Look at that. Look at that. That looks unedited. Yep. Nice metal roof. I like the big overhang too. It helps because it's very sunny over there. So that's a great shade. Very mid mod. And maybe not too much mid mod, but big old kitchen, big old hood. Where the hood at? Double oven. The flow from the kitchen to the dining room to the outdoor living space. Oh, now that looks absolutely like one of the trees. So a lot of times, back in the day, Indians would bend trees like this. This was their Google Maps. So they would bend trees like this to point to the trail or to the path, the direction that you wanted to go. So I'm sure they didn't cut that down because that's a great conversation piece. Very cool. Love the aesthetic. Awesome. I get it. I get it. 2.25 million is what they're asking for. Love it. All right, let's go to the top of the heap for the week. Lastly, but not leastly, because it's the most expensively, and you guys are with me this long. Thank you. If you haven't yet, give me a thumbs up on the video. If you want to check out any of the properties I skipped or the ones I went into in more depth, go to my website, mopsiepropertygroup.com. My favorite button to contact us. You could go in here, you could learn a little bit about our team, meet the team, check out your boy Sean Murphy with my fat face there, a little skinnier now, but I'm trying to gain weight. So you see the agents on my team here, and but the contact us is my favorite button. So if you're looking to get a home in the mountains, contact us, fill out the form, and you can we'll get in contact with you, set up a buyer's consultation. Also, yeah, listing too. You talked a lot about listing today. That's what we have a great Moxie Max Sell marketing program to help you get your home sold for the best price in the least amount of time. That is my phone number there directly to me, website, or I'm sorry, email address, and then my Instagram. Boom. But let's get into it. Last home of the week here. It is 200 Whiskey J Hill Road in the Upper Bear Creek neighborhood. Hot damn. That's a good looking property right there. 4 bedroom, 5.5 bathroom, 4,918 square feet, sitting on 5.29 acres, built in 2008. Another one, like Gigi, we were talking about the Upper Bear Creek neighborhood, so nice. Uh, the rustic looking home that's kind of faux rustic looking. I'd say this one they did a good job. So the south side of Upper Bear Creek, not too far down the road though. Easy access to get over to the golf course, to the lake, everything like that. Quicker path would be jumping over to Stagecoach and taking that over to Evergreen Parkway. So, superb location. Cool wood deck. Deck looks good though. Siding looks good. Oh, it's not log cabin. From a distance, it looked log cabin, but they got that little gap there in the wood. Looks good. Oh, those doors. Speakeasy doors. I got one of those. I got one of those in my basement. Nice. Great entryway. Love it. Double oven. This is sweet. Wow. That is a giant log there. Yeah, show us that log. Nice spiral staircase. Check, check, check. What a great house. The Starkey family mountain home. Beautiful. Great usable acreage out there too with the mountain views. Pavers for the driveway. Well done. Great tree mitigation. This house is looking awesome. All right, there you have. That is the top of the heap this week. Way to leave with a banger. Shad Phillips, good guy. Shad Phillips listening this one at 2,799,000, and that is it for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thanks for jumping in, chiming in. Lots of great yapping, lots of great chatter this week. So I'll be back next Saturday. I'll be here with you guys right before my open house. Hope you guys have a great week and hit me up if you need anything. Love you. Bye.